Washington is one of just 5 states that does not require clergy to report child abuse. Senator Noel wants to change that. She's introduced Senate Bill 5375, a bill that would make clergy mandated reporters, with no exception for what's said in a religious confession. That's proved to be a controversial stance for faith groups like the Washington State Catholic Conference and other religious leaders, which strongly oppose the bill.
The rite of penance, as the term rite indicates, is a liturgy. It's an act of worship. It's prayer for us. The seal of confession is essential to the rite because the penitent has the right to confess their sins without worrying their sins will become public. The penalty for breaking that seal is excommunication.
Why do you think there's been such a pushback from religious communities to this bill?
Well, I think for many religious communities, they have been under the microscope for some time about covering up abuse. And I think, first of all, I think that this is just attention. I think it's just generally attention that many of them do not want.
Sure.
And they are asserting that their practices and their traditions are more important than state law. And we just fundamentally disagree.
Right.
And in fact, they focus so much about the perpetrator and the rights of the perpetrator to, seek penance and ask for forgiveness and particularly from the Catholic Conference. And, what I have really leaned in to say is this is not actually about the perpetrator at all. We're not modifying the part of the statute that relates to prosecution and we're not changing current privileges about not testifying against folks that reveal this information in a penitential context. This is a completely different part of the statute, and we are focused very specifically just on the safety of the child. Right. And so you could have somebody report so that the child is checked on, and that may be it. It may. Right. So I just think it's just there's a lot of conflation of issues here, and I think when you really get down to it, it's just about protecting kids.